Latvia to lose. If Latvia loses to Indonesia, Israel wins. It's one win apiece. Three-way tie. Israel got some chances. Got to score as many points as possible. That is in a case they lose to Germany. But they don't have to. Germany-Israel. It's also going to be one of the games of today. Germany so far leading the way in Pool C. Can Israel get a piece of it? It's Azzurri, Eze, Parpara, and Schuster. Azzurri warming up in that shootout qualification. And they're going to need her long-range deuces. Team Israel reliant on their playmaker. It's Team Indonesia, represented by Angelika Kandra, Margaret Yana, Vanessa Sargar, and Sarafina Sharil. Germany dominating the weight versus Indonesia. This is the Indonesian squad. Kind of young. Angelika Kandra, 16 years of age, number 99. Number 25, the one that you have on your screens on your left, 18. The oldest member of the squad, Sarafina Sharil, 16. Vanessa Sargar, number 13, only 15 years of age. Ignas Davainis and Yevgeny Ostrovsky, your refs for the ball game, coming from Lithuania and Russia. Representing Team Israel, we've got Azzurri, Eze, Parpara, and Schuster. Azzurri, the youngest member, 17. All others are 18. With no 3x3 experience as far as the FIBA 3x3 ranking says. All unranked will be right after this tournament. Those teams, Israel, they're not bad at all. Bronze at the 3x3 U18 Europe Cup back in 2015. They're men, always performing in those competitions. History to be made here in a game versus Indonesia. Those teams haven't met yet. It's game time as they meet for the first time in history. No go. 0 for Parpara, number 9, representing Team Israel. Rodham Schuster, number 14. Keep an eye on her. She's a prolific scorer as she steps through and gets the point. An opening bucket for Team Indonesia. Indonesia looking for an answer. Indonesia widely supported all over the world. I know that. Lots of fans of 3x3 coming from there. We've got a ref coming from Indonesia as well here in the Under-18 World Cup, Mr. Donald Quinn. If you're from Indonesia and you support the squad, let us know in the comments section. If you're from Israel, do the same. Azzurri. Israel keeping possession, 8 to shoot. Azzurri drives, kicks it out. Schuster sets her feet and fires. It rims out, but she's got a great touch. Azzurri ready for another possession. We're not even a minute through yet. Here we go. It's off the glass and in. Team Indonesia starting off strong. Angelica Kandra, she knocks it down from up close. Same goes for Ligi Azuri. Again, it's Kandra taking that one to the rack, and she travels. Got some contact later on. Could have been a foul, but she takes too many steps. Team Indonesia only played one game. Had time to practice. And they're better here. You can clearly tell that, doing a good job on the defensive end of the floor. Going for those hustle plays. Azuri, lead pass. Schuster, a reverse. She throws it in. From the free throw stripe, Serafina Cyril. It was a good shot. It won't go, but basically, that's a shot that you want if you're Team Indonesia. A slight underdog here in the game versus Israel. You got to take what life gives you. In 3x3, a wide open shot is not always the best option because you might not get it in 12 seconds. You got to come up with quick decisions, quick quality decision making. Makes 3x3 teams good. That's a recipe for the greats. Schuster to Azuri. 6-5. Okay, Schuster there to save the day. Team Indonesia double team under the basket. They take it with him, but lose it right away. Off the glass it goes. Fear Parpara gets it to go. No good. From outside the arc as Azuri goes for yet another drive. Grabs her own rebound. It won't go. Schuster. She's a solution to any problem for Team Israel as she sets Fear Parpara up for a deuce. Israel leading the way by 5. Schuster getting the stop. If she plays like this, Israel can be a problem for Team Germany. Unbeaten so far. One game left to play. It's going to be versus Israel. Starting things slow, Team Israel. 12-19. That matchup versus Latvia. Latvia being a high-volume squad. If we're speaking of shooting, I mean, my goodness. Krumina, Kivite, those guys. I mean, they can light it up. No tech support needed. 3 minutes gone by. Shot clock expires. Parpara to the corner, gets it right back. Teamwork. They won't be able to convert that into a point. Indonesia still struggling to score. It's Parpara. She got that deuce to go earlier on. Can she do it again? Parpara. No bang bang this time. 6:20. Off the backboard it goes. Eze, number 18. Eze is the tallest member of this squad, 177. Good shot. Team Indonesia got a lot of good looks here in this game. We want some drama here. Para. They get the stop, but it's a foul. Genny Ostrovsky making the call. Para doing a good job splitting the D, bumping into an opponent. But the best ones, they can play through contact. Para gets a foul there. 5:34. Thrown away again. She goes round and round and round she goes. 8-1. It's Zuri. Sets her feet, fires, gets it to go. She's a sharp shooter. She's in the shootout contest. Zuri. Rocking the Natalie Portman looks. Crafty move. Down she goes. Eze. She picks up a foul. Team Israel looking very solid here. If Team Israel looks to surprise the 3x3 world a bit and qualify, it's a perfect game for them to start things off. You can warm up, no hurry. Grab a W here versus Indonesia. Go face Germany. Do all you can, score as many as you can, try to get a W. And try to qualify into the quarterfinal. Looking at Team Indonesia and looking at the fact that Latvia beat Israel 19-12. It wouldn't be very logical to predict that Team Indonesia can beat Latvia. In that case, Israel needs a win now and a win versus Germany. Azuri. 4:42. Pool B men. Also up next, Dominican Republic and Lithuania. And it's a mess in men's Pool B. Lithuania in the most favored position so far. They're first in the pool. So here we go. A whistle sounds. Lithuania with 2 wins in men's Pool B. One for Dominican Republic, one for Russia, one for Hungary, the home squad. It can bite, believe me. Lithuania will be fighting to keep the top spot and clinch the playoff spot at the same time. Even going 3-1 doesn't guarantee a spot in the playoffs. Belarus staying behind, staying in third. Yesterday, we were all witnesses. 3-1. No quarterfinals for you. Out of bounds it goes. Zuri. Schuster setting the screen. Offensive foul called. Team Israel doing a bit too much to set her free. No go. Got a TV timeout here. It's 10-1. Debrecen Masters coming up in Kossuth Square. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, even the pandemic year, 2020. We're all here in Debrecen for some Masters action. World Tour, best teams of the world performing. It was Team Lehman taking that home in Debrecen Masters last time. We had 2 more Masters here a year before, but that's a completely different story. And we've got some of the best coming to perform tomorrow and the day after. Eze knocks it down. In the morning, it's going to be under 18 action as we get through the quarterfinal stage. World Tour action. Lehman Riga, Shake Gulbale from Lithuania, Piran, Amsterdam, Novi Sad, Antwerp, Lausanne. Big names performing in Debrecen. Israel, a big performance for them right here. 14-1. Pretty much the only option they have if they want to advance is to win now and then beat Germany late in the evening. It's one of the last 2 games to be played in Kossuth Square today. Short. Azuri. Splash. Lihi Azuri leading the way for Team Israel recently. Azuri, she wants more. She drives to the left, great handles, hammered. Will go to the line to shoot 1. 3 fouls Israel, 3 Indonesia. 2:28 to go. Team Israel, if they beat Germany and Latvia beats Indonesia, it's a 3-way tie. In that very case, Israel, they need as many points as they can get. An important moment being the amount of German points coming in a game versus Team Indonesia. Indonesia scoring 4, Germany scoring 19. Team Israel, they would prefer 21 or even 22 if they can get it. It's a foul and 1. Indonesia coming at you. Angelica Kandra gets it to go. 17-3. Schuster way off. Team Israel, they get the rebound. They need a quick shot. No go. Live didn't give them another chance here. Kandra puts it up. It rims out. Azuri crosses, takes it to the rack. Azuri, some serious handles. Number 10, Team Israel. 18 for Team Israel. Since every single point matters in 3x3, there's a reason to watch every game as Schuster puts it in. Israel might look for 22. Might get 1 now, look for 2 later. Indonesia finding an answer right here. A deuce goes for Serafina Cyril. Azzurri 20-5. Can they get the deuce? Do they know they need it? Looks like they do, as Azzurri spots up. They still have a few possessions here. Azzurri, she spots up again. Fires, gets it a go. An impressive performance by Team Israel, 22-5. And they've got 36 points now. Germany, 35 in both of the games. And they did their math right. Germany is the 3rd seed. Israel, 17th seed. If they're tied in points, no way that Israel goes through. Now, it's going to depend on Latvia, but Israel, they might get the first spot